Wajid was grateful Centrelink could help him while he looked after his seriously ill son. But then the government wrongly accused him of going overseas and the payments stopped. Wajid's pleas for help fell on deaf ears, so he asked us to step in.
They said, your son he will not make it.
It's every parent's worst nightmare. Their beautiful boy in a coma, fighting for life.
There was no floor under my feet. I thought the sky came on my head.
And now this family is fighting another battle of the bureaucratic kind. Centrelink has cut off their payments. It claims Wajid hasn't been by his son's side in hospital. He's been holidaying overseas. The last passport stamp you have here is the 7th of July 2017.
Yeah, that's right.
So you have not left the country?
No, not at all.
People should never have to prove their innocence. The government should always have to prove people's guilt.
Jamila and Wajid moved from Pakistan 10 years ago for a better life. From day one, this dad has worked full-time as a factory manager.
I don't want to bring my children to see me that my father is sitting at home and he's taking money from Centrelink and doing nothing. I want to teach them. Australia gave me a lot. Australia showed me the way of life.
This is 4-year-old Hussain just 7 months ago, playing with his little sister and learning the alphabet.
See?
Getting ready for kindergarten.
Yeah.
Just moments later, he was suffering a serious seizure. Wajid says the ambulance didn't arrive for 25 minutes. Hussain was put in an induced coma. The family told to brace for the worst.
He opened eyes and he started to breathe on his own.
But he didn't wake up the same cheeky little boy. Hussain suffered hypoxic brain injury, causing severe physical and developmental disability. He may never walk, talk, eat or sit on his own. Wajid says he had no choice but to leave his job where he was earning around $2,000 a fortnight and go on Centrelink, where he's paid around a third of that. They've had to sell the family car and even their furniture.
He's completely dependent on us. He needs 24/7 care.
While they were with their sick son in hospital, Jamila and Wajid received a message on their MyGov account. It stated their carer allowance had been suspended and their family assistance payment had been cancelled. They were accused of having been outside Australia for more than 6 weeks.
I think it's a very big mistake. For a country like Australia, you don't expect these things. Immigration make this.
Wajid says he called Centrelink straight away, but was met with zero sympathy. And what did they ask you to prove?
To bring your passport to Centrelink to prove that you're still here.
And you brought it in, and the last time you travelled overseas was in 2017, 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Did they say, OK, no worries, we'll fix it?
They said we will contact immigration because that's not up to us, that's immigration make their decision.
These are kinds of data matching processes that when you automate are rife with errors because people have similar names, people have similar birth dates. It's quite easy for those kinds of errors to occur, and that's what we're seeing play out.
Ed Miller from Get Up.
It's not at all surprising. What we're hearing in our day-to-day interactions with people who are struggling to sort of fight back against some of the Centrelink claims that are being made against them is that there is widespread negligence and widespread inaccuracy in the way that the system is currently operating. Without
payments coming in and with huge medical costs, this family is struggling to survive.
It is very hard if I look after him at night, because he got a sleeping disorder. He will sleep 2 hours and then 2 hours he will be awake. So if you are not with him, he will hit himself.
Oh no.
Non-stop. So you have to stay with him.
Wajid applied to immigration to have his parents come over from Pakistan to help ease the load.
They said, you want to continue with old application or you want to have a new application for your mom? I said, what do you mean? They said your mom already came to Australia and she got 3-year visa.
Had your mum ever been to Australia?
No.
We got in touch with the Department of Human Services General Manager Hank Jongan. He apologised and told us they've worked with Mr Hussein to restore his payments and back pay all of his entitlements.
I pay my rates, I pay my mortgage, I do have house, I call Australia home. Do my son, myself, my family are second-class citizen of Australia? Oh.
I think that we need to stop trying to balance the budget on the backs of the most vulnerable people in society.
For organization that some people completely depend on them for them to make a mistake, that's a huge mistake. It shouldn't happen to anybody.
Since we became involved, Wajid has been backpaid. We asked Centrelink how the bungle happened. It told us to speak to the Australian Border Force, who in turn blamed a data transfer irregularity.